In this tutorial, we'll talk about PHP code. Okay, the interesting thing we now will talk about. So, how to write PHP code? Okay, what will happen when we write our PHP code and when we execute it, and where to write our PHP code. Okay, so let's talk about the interesting things now. All right. Okay. First of all, for writing PHP code, we will first of all open our server, click start both of these, Apache and MySQL. You can close this, it will be open even if you close it. So if you minimize it, good. If you close it, good. Okay. Now after you open your server, you will create an HTML page. Why? Because in PHP we need an interface to insert our input and to work with, to apply our logic which we have developed in or which we have written in our PHP file, which is over here. Okay, so for that reason we need HTML. Throughout this tutorial we will use HTML, CSS and PHP. Okay, HTML for interface, CSS for designing, and PHP of course for applying our logic or our core or PHP code. Okay, so when I talk about logic, it means I'm talking about PHP code. Okay, now what HTML does in PHP? HTML plays a very vital role in PHP because it gives us interface, and through that interface main thing happens. Okay, for example, we over here we have form. This is a very simple form. We have made a lot of forms when we are learning HTML, but why this is so important this time? This is important because here we have a text field and a submit button. It looks normal HTML. Yeah, but there's something inside in it. And the thing is name. Why this name is so important? Because when we use uh, this name, okay, in PHP file, in PHP code, we will retrieve all the data that we have inserted in this text field. So this name is very important and you should never forget this thing. Okay, you should always write name first, then type text. This is that much important. Okay, so write type text just like normal we write and put name. Okay, and name can be anything. You can write surname, you can write anything you like, but it should be simple so you can remember. Okay, because if you miss for example you write name over here and then you come over here and write something else, you will not pass anything from this text field to this page, this file. Okay, there will be nothing, that will be blank, because you have written one thing over here, you have written another thing, and then there's no correspondence with these two things. So that's why it will not retrieve anything from this text field. Okay, that is really important. Now in submit button we have submit, name submit again. I will talk about this thing in detail in later tutorials, but now it is also very important to give name to submit button, that because sometimes even this tutorial will make some pages where we have double buttons, so we will use this thing to talk about to deal with those buttons, what each button will do. Okay, so this is very important. All right, now come to form tag. In form tag we have two important things: action and method. What action does? When you put your stuff in this text field and you click on submit, the first thing that PHP does or XAMPP does is check this thing, which file is written over here. It goes to its directory, okay, which is in C, okay, because I've installed my exam in C. You need to go to exam, okay, uh, C, all right, exam. Then in exam you will go to htdocs, okay, because all of your project, okay, all of your project, if you make a project is equal to Facebook, okay, a project will be over here in this htdocs. Okay, now in htdocs you can make lots of lots of PHP files. But the best practice is to make a folder just like I did over here and put all your PHP files inside in this folder. Okay, so it will be easy for you to remember where you have written your code, or which file to go and which folder to go for certain projects or for certain things. So it is very best practice to make a folder for every project, even if it's a small one, and make and save all your files, PHP files in it, all your project files. Okay, if it has hundreds of PHP files, you will save in the same folder, because if you make a different folder, if you save in different folder, then it will be difficult for you to locate all those folders for exam. Okay, so the best practice is to make all the files and save all the files in the same folder. All right, over here. Now HTML, just to get back to our discussion with action. Example, come over here and check which file name is over here, and you click on this. Okay, you have written this file, it will come to this file over here, input. Okay, and it will check, okay, I have input, very good. Now which method I have, I will talk about method in later tutorial, but now it, I will just say that example check, it has method, which method it has, post or get. It has post. Okay, done. Now it will send all the data to to this file, this PHP. This is PHP code. Okay, now I will explain one by one each of them. The first I will explain is echo. Echo is nothing as just uh, to print. Okay, to print. For example, in C we have printf, in C++ we have cout, in Java we have system point out point println. Okay, um, which other? No, but that's it. For example, it's same thing like all other. Okay, okay, I know. Okay, all other any other sorry, I was really distracted by that thing. Okay, any other printing thing in any other language. Okay, so we write echo and then we use this variable to print what we have inside this variable. Okay, now this thing, this variable, okay, has all the data, okay, that we have sent from this text field. Okay, I told you to have this thing, a very simple thing. Okay, because if this name is a little bit complex, you will forget it and then you will have mistake over here. So I've that's the main reason was because if you, when you write name over here, you have to write name over here as well, and it should be equal to what you have written over here. So don't write complex things. So it will okay, so this variable will get everything this name has, which comes from this text field. So when if you write your name or your whole life story in this text field and you click on submit, this name will bring all the data through this post and put in this variable or put in any other variable that you have over here. Okay, this can be anything. It is not necessary to have name over here, but it is best practice to write same name or over here, or same variable name over here which you have written over here or which you have written here, so it will be easy for you to remember what this variable contains. Okay, now what this thing does, this thing brings all, retrieve or brings all the data from text field to PHP code and input inside in this variable. That what this thing does. That's it. It just retrieve all the data from text field and put it in a variable. Okay, okay, guys, because because I have lack of timing in this tutorial. Okay, I have little time for make this tutorial and to upload it because I have something very important to do. So I will end this video at this point. Okay, and I will continue another tutorial from this point. Okay, so then I will explain all other important things about PHP. So thank you very much for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day. I'll to all. Thank you very much.